From a lamentably subpar glider with a plane literally made of paper to the downright forsaken LEGO Ben 10 sets that found themselves in the loneliest corners of toy store shelves, get ready to witness the most epic fails of the LEGO history that plummeted straight into the graveyard of doomed LEGO ideas. Starting our list with this somewhat questionable bunny coming in at number 11. Now, figuring out why it didn't quite make the cut seems as straightforward as its appearance suggests. I mean, seriously? Launched in 2003, this so-called seasonal set features a 25-piece bunny crafted from bricks named Mr. Easter Bunny, decked out in blue pants and a red shirt. Honestly, looking at this set might make you wonder how they ever gave it the official thumbs up, but let's just say that even the Easter Bunny might hide from this one. However, when you come across the next LEGO mishap, you might strangely find yourself charmed by Mr. Bunny, because this creation stands out as by far the biggest blunder in the history of the Danish toy-making giant. This next one at number 10 was released back in 2002, exclusively in Japan. The LEGO 4612 Super Glider featured a Jackstone minifigure and a rather budget-looking hand glider literally made of paper with plastic lamination. Quite the avant-garde choice, right? Basically, this 5-piece set was part of LEGO's Jackstone series, an experimental venture into a new style of minifigures that garnered a mixed response. But let's be real, this particular set was a real letdown. I mean, who'd shell out $20 for a flimsy piece of paper attached to a couple of LEGO pieces? And to top it off, the glider didn't even fly. Ironically, this set was re-released in the same year as a promotional giveaway by a Japanese confectionery company, Kabaya. Perhaps it wasn't flying off the shelves, so they sweetened the deal by giving it away. Next up at number 9, this LEGO set emerged during a challenging chapter of financial turbulence in LEGO's journey. The concept of LEGO Galidor took shape in 2002 when, seeking innovation, LEGO ventured into an action figure toy line coupled with a TV series named Galidor, Defenders of the Outer Dimension. Expectations were high, but reality hit harder. The series nosedived, and guess what followed suit? Yep, the toys took a tumble too. So this set, featuring the protagonist Nick, found itself in the midst of this chaotic reception, and much like its peers, earned the reputation of looking a tad cheap and bizarre, which honestly wasn't entirely off the mark. Like, imagine a figurine with a 100% rigid and non-playable body. By the way, good luck attempting to remove that half of a helmet, it's practically welded on. The next one comes in at number 8. In 1979, LEGO Scala made its debut, with the initial sets featuring a range of jewelry and beauty items crafted from LEGO bricks. However, in the second wave, they decided to switch things up, focusing on the ultra-chic Scala figures living their best doll-like lives, complete with homes and hobbies. These sets also included dollhouse-like elements and accessories, like doll clothing. Now, a notable part of this theme was the Scala Summer Days Out set. It showcased an eerie-looking baby in a pram, rolling with a Dalmatian that might have been hitting the growth spurt of the century. Add in a snazzy umbrella and a teddy bear for good measure, all set up for a picnic. While intended as a promotional playset, the toy's epic proportions, especially the baby, gave it a somewhat spooky vibe. Despite the effort, the Scala series, including this set, didn't quite capture widespread attention. Due to its underwhelming performance, the entire Scala LEGO line was discontinued just 2 years later, in 1981. This LEGO set at number 7 was so terrible that it didn't last even a year in the market. The LEGO Aqua Raiders Underwater Adventures, which hit the shelves in 2007, was a massive flop, and that too within the same year, with just 7 sets making the cut. The concept was all about a daring treasure-hunting squad, labeled as the sole warriors brave enough to take on the mysteries of the Bermuda Triangle. Armed with top-notch gear, this team delved into the ocean's depths, facing off against a barrage of menacing sea creatures like sharks, lobsters, and octopuses. Despite this nail-biting underwater escapade, the lack of a worthy storyline and character development turned it into a blockbuster of disappointment. Complaints also surfaced about the sets not fully doing justice to the wonders of the underwater realm. Coming in at number 6 is the 94-piece Assassin Droids Battle Pack. Hitting the shelves in 2009 as part of the Star Wars Episode II, the Clone Wars lineup. In the box, you'd find a speeder, and not one, not two, but 3 assassin droids and 2 elite assassin droid minifigures. Quite the squad, right? However, before you start envisioning epic battles, temper your excitement a bit, because despite the promising attempt at crafting those robot bodies from existing pieces, this set didn't exactly become a legend, and it decided to retire just 24 months after its grand entrance into the market. Now, why did it call it quits? Well, that's the million-dollar question. Nobody seems to know the real story behind it. Some folks whispered about those droids having blank, featureless faces, but let's be honest, that wasn't a deal breaker. Still, for some reason, this set didn't fly off the shelves like hotcakes, and LEGO had to wave it goodbye in 2010. Quite the mystery, isn't it? This seemingly inconspicuous piece of plastic is at number 5. LEGO attempted to spice up superhero minifigure play back in 2015 and 2016. Known as the Super Jumpers, the concept behind them was straightforward. Attach them to your superhero minifigures, give a gentle push, release the clutch, and there you go. Your superhero takes flight. Such a groundbreaking concept, right? No, not really. Basically, once these unassuming jumpers were hooked on, they showcased an impressive grip, making the removal process quite a headache. The real trouble emerged when you tried to forcibly detach them, leading to damage, especially thanks to an annoying ridge piece situated where the back of the legs met the jumper. This left minifigure legs with tiny dents, and with repeated use, cracks could develop. LEGO swiftly phased out these problematic elements from future sets. In retrospect, it was a bit of a misstep, but who could have foreseen that the seemingly foolproof LEGO quality control would falter? Certainly not something you'd anticipate from the maestros of brick building. LEGO light-up lightsabers are at number 4. Back in 2006, LEGO had this brilliant idea to jazz up their iconic Star Wars minifigures by adding some nifty electronics. So, they introduced lightsabers that could actually light up, seamlessly integrating with the standard LEGO bricks. Now, as thrilling as it sounded, the whole project was a bit of a letdown, because those fancy lightsabers ran on non-replaceable batteries, as stated on the original packaging. However, a revelation came to light for the folks that a somewhat intricate process of disassembling the minifigure allowed for battery replacement. Yet, this wasn't a straightforward task, and reports surfaced of several people inadvertently causing irreversible damage to their minifigures. Perhaps then, it's not entirely surprising that these luminous minifigures found themselves fading away, bidding farewell not long after their grand entrance in 2006. Angry Birds was a game franchise so famous that it practically had its own red carpet. But this LEGO fail comes in at number 3. In 2011, Angry Birds was rocking around 200 million minutes of gameplay every day. That's more screen time than a blockbuster movie. Naturally, LEGO thought, let's join this party. So, from 2016 to 2017, the whole LEGO Angry Birds theme marched onto the scene, supporting the Angry Birds movie with a total of 6 sets. Yet, despite the movie strutting its stuff on the charts, the LEGO Angry Birds theme kind of felt like the uninvited guest at the blockbuster party. It turns out, those Angry Bird creatures didn't quite groove with the LEGO minifigure vibe, and let's be real, it seemed like LEGO was fashionably late to the party. Maybe they should have collaborated a few years earlier when Angry Birds was the talk of the town. The following LEGO product that faced a massive failure wasn't a typical LEGO set or a minifigure. It's the infamous LEGO brown bricks at number 2. When pondering the LEGO group's major setback moments, the quality of their bricks might not be the first thing to pop into your head. I mean, they're renowned for their top-notch product standards. However, in 2010, a batch of these brown bricks slipped through the quality control checks, leading to quite a debacle. Once these bricks hit toy stores, a barrage of complaints stormed LEGO. Turns out that they seemed to crack, snap, and shatter with disheartening regularity. The dyes used in creating these hues rendered them prone to breakage during connection or separation from other bricks. So this brick earned the unfortunate nickname of Brittle Brown due to the surge in complaints. While not all brown bricks were brittle, the widespread buzz within communities blew the problem out of proportion. Now, if these mishaps only occurred under extreme conditions or stress, it wouldn't be a big deal. However, these brown bricks were breaking even in perfectly normal scenarios, like separating them with a brick separator or disassembling a set for storage. It became absurd that LEGO enthusiasts had to fret about their bricks snapping during regular use. LEGO tried to make amends by replacing the faulty bricks at no extra cost. However, this effort backfired once again, as some people attempted to exploit the opportunity. Consequently, LEGO had to limit the replacement option to collectors only. Of course, LEGO was guilty of those subpar brittle bricks. However, with the following LEGO set, they did everything right. But still, it ended up becoming one of the most regrettable and unforeseen downturns in LEGO's history. This next one, coming in on top at number 1, is the ultimate LEGO fail. The LEGO Ben 10 theme hit the scene back in 2010 during the American International Toy Fair, thanks to the LEGO Group teaming up with Cartoon Network. To amp up the excitement, the LEGO Group rolled out 6 sets inspired by Ben 10. Alien Force, featuring Spider Monkey, Swampfire, Chromastone, Humongousaur, Jet Ray, and Big Chill. On paper, it seemed like a surefire hit. I mean, come on, a powerhouse toy company joining forces with one of the hottest TV shows ever. Back in 2010, Ben 10 was riding a popularity wave higher than Star Wars, Marvel, and even LEGO themselves. But the reality wasn't as stellar as expected. So, what went wrong? Well, that's not a simple puzzle to solve. Some folks weren't thrilled with the level of detail, and the sets left something to be desired with fewer than 25 pieces each. Despite the initial buzz, the whole theme turned out to be a letdown, and it waved goodbye before the year was out, discontinued in the same year it burst onto the scene. So those were some of the worst LEGO failures of all time. If you found this video entertaining, hit subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one.